I am going to be doing a live podcast of the New York Knicks versus the Philadelphia 76ers Game 5. Now, some background information. This is my second podcast. I did one podcast with Chase Rodenhaver for the Dallas Mavericks. We're big Dallas Mavericks fans. But today, I'm doing something different. I'm not doing a Mavericks podcast or anything Dallas related. I am doing a New York Knicks versus Philadelphia 76ers live podcast. I'll be talking to you guys about stats, my intake on the game, and just all of that. So we are about to be underway for tip-off, and we'll get started. Some background information: the New York Knicks are currently leading this series 3-1. They're winning 3-1, and the Philadelphia Sixers, their backs are against the wall. They need a win tonight. If they want to keep this series alive. The starters tonight for the Sixers: Kyle Lowry, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Kelly Oubre Jr. The starters for the Knicks: Dante DiVincenzo, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Isaiah Hartenstein. We got some news too. Bojan Bogdanovic will be out due to an injury for the Knicks. So that's not ideal for them, but he will be having surgery. And we are just about underway here for tip-off. This is in New York, by the way. Game 1, Knicks won it. Game 2, Knicks also won it in a crazy comeback. That was a thriller of a game. Game 3, Philadelphia 76ers took a game in Philly, and that was behind Joel Embiid's 50 points. But then in Game 4, the New York Knicks edge out the Sixers, and here we are, Game 5. Sixers backs against the wall. New York Knicks and Sixers about to tip off. And here we go. It's Game 5. Tyrese Maxey controls the tip, and the Sixers will start with the possession. They're on the road, but they need this win. And they need it badly to keep their season alive. Looks like it's almost a steal here early, but Kyle Lowry is going to get it back. He's going to drive it. He's going to put it over the next defenders. He's not going to get it. Here's Jalen Brunson. He flips it to DiVincenzo, and it looks like the Sixers got a piece of that. Here's Embiid, flips it inside. Kelly Oubre Jr. misses the layup. DiVincenzo, he tried to save it, but it's out of bounds. I feel like Kelly Oubre should have made that to get the scoring started for the Sixers, but he was not able to convert. Sixers will retain possession. DiVincenzo was not able to save it. DiVincenzo was guarding Kelly Oubre Jr., and there's a early foul on DiVincenzo. I really thought the Sixers were gonna take Game 4. By the way, the Knicks have a 9-1 series record when they're leading 3-1. They've only lost once. They definitely have the advantage being at home, but I really thought the Sixers were gonna take Game 4, but they didn't. The Knicks were able to edge it out. Here's Embiid. Here's Tobias Harris. He'll try a 3, and he'll hit. Tobias Harris is averaging 8.8 points per game, almost 8 rebounds, almost an assist and a half per game, a steal. He's shooting 39.5% from the field, and he nails a 3 there. But he's only shooting 25% from the 3 in this series. Brunson, he's been dynamite. He had 47 last game. Josh Hart comes up short. Jalen Brunson has been very, very impressive in the playoffs, but as we expect from the Knicks superstar, Embiid can't hit. Rebound Harris. Embiid, he tries a 3. No. I personally expect the Sixers to win tonight, but I'm not sure it's going to happen because the Knicks have been playing great basketball. Kelly Oubre Jr. misses a 3 badly. This honestly has been, although it's 3-1, it's been a very, very entertaining series. Brunson misses the teams. Nobody can get a shot to go early. But this has been a very, very entertaining series in the Eastern Conference, one of the best in the NBA. All the games, almost all the games have been close. They've been entertaining. This is peak playoff basketball. If the Knicks win, they will advance to the Eastern Conference semifinals. Sixers still trying to stay alive. DiVincenzo. He gets blocked by Embiid. Ooh, now there's a foul on DiVincenzo. He can't believe it. Yeah, well, Embiid being at his height, he's definitely a good shot blocker when he gets his opportunities. Tobias Harris only has the first 3 points, but now he has the first 5 points as he nails the mid-range jumper. Like I said, he's shooting about 39.5% from the field this season, and he continues to score for the Sixers. There's Anunoby. He needs to get it started for the Knicks, but he can't. Tobias Harris strips him. It's a turnover. And now Maxey can't finish on the other end. It's been a very, very, very slow start. Knicks haven't even scored. And almost 4 minutes have passed. DiVincenzo, can he finally get the scoring started? No. Embiid gets the rebound. Ooh, Philadelphia 2 for 10 from the field. New York 0 of 7. To give you an idea of how this game has started. Not good for either team's Lowry three-pointer, no. Seems like nothing can go for anybody. I would definitely expect some points to kind of get started, get some game going. Layup is no good, and the tip's no good. Here's a lid on the basket for the Knicks. They can't get anything to fall, even simple shots. Maxey, it's a 3? No. Boy, this might set an NBA record for most missed shots in a playoff game. If this continues, there is a foul, but the shot doesn't even go. Knicks are 0 of 8. Sixers are 2 of 12. Very, very, very poor start from both teams, but still early in the game. We'll see. They'll pick it up eventually. Here's Isaiah Hartenstein at the line. Isaiah Hartenstein, he's shooting 66.7% from the free throw line. He's also shooting 63% from the field this season. He goes 2 for 2 to get the scoring started for the Knicks. Maybe just to see the basket go through the net. Maybe that can get something going for New York. It's Embiid. Back to Maxey. It's a 3. He got it. Tyrese Maxey for 3. Tyrese Maxey is shooting 37.8% from the three-point line this season. Or excuse me, not this season. All of these stats that I'm sharing with y'all, these have been through the first 3 games. I don't know why I keep saying this season. These have been through the first 3 games of these playoffs. So if y'all are confused, Tyrese Maxey gets the fast break layup. So yeah, Tyrese Maxey, he's averaging 29 points a game on 37.8% from the three-point line and 42.3% for field goals. And Tyrese Maxey here is going to get a fast break layup. It's a timeout for the Knicks. 10-2 Sixers. So yeah, guys, again, all of these stats are from the first 3 games of the playoffs. Or, excuse me, the first 4 games of the series. Because there have been 4 games played. And Tyrese Maxey has been granted those. So has Joel Embiid. So has Jalen Brunson. They have been absolute studs for their teams, but it's the Knicks who lead their series. I personally think the Sixers are going to win this game. And I know they've gotten off to a really bad start, but I think they're going to win this game despite not playing a great game so far. They have not shot the ball great, but they're going to pick it up. And with their backs against the wall, I think Embiid, they're going to pull it out on the road. The New York Knicks average 106.5 points per game in the first 4 games of this series. The Philadelphia 76ers, they average 105.5 points. So 2 teams who are pretty even in scoring, as we've seen so far this series. A lot of very close games. The rebound differentials are close, but the 76ers, the Knicks hold the advantage with almost 46.5 rebounds in this series, and 38.8 rebounds for the 76ers. So, once again, all these stats I'm sharing with y'all have happened in this series, not over the course of this season. Both teams have started ice cold, and I mean ice cold. Like, neither team is making any shots, but it'll be very interesting to see who can pick up the pace first. Who's going to be that team that can get off and running? It's going to be real interesting to see. I think some key contributors for the Sixers tonight, I would say Tyrese Maxey's going to be big. He's got a couple buckets, I believe, maybe 1 or 2. And, of course, Joel Embiid. But the role players are going to be the ones that are going to need to step up for the Sixers. They haven't done all that fantastic for them as we return from commercial break. And for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson's going to be that guy for them. It's been a very physical series, especially from Joel Embiid. Here goes a steal. See if the Knicks can get something going. Here's Isaiah Hartenstein. He hits the shot. Isaiah Hartenstein is averaging 10.5 points per game this season. The New York Knicks, as Tobias Harris scores the layup. Tobias Harris, he's averaging 8.8 points this season. But the New York Knicks, as we saw, Isaiah Hartenstein hit a mid-range jumper inside the paint. Now Jalen Brunson finishes. Here we go. Jalen Brunson, he is averaging 33 points this series. He's been on fire. Like I said, he's had 47 last game. Here goes a steal from Josh Hart. And here's Brunson. He fakes a 3, gets it inside. It's a dunk for OG Anunoby. This series, the New York Knicks, their team shooting, they have shot 4 for 22. Or, 4 of 18. That's only 22% from right corner and left corner threes. They have only shot 37 for 86. That's 43% as Tyrese Maxey hits a tough shot. He has been dynamite this series. Knicks 0 for 8 start, but they have been 8 for 8 since. Or excuse me, they have been 3 for 3 since their 0 of 8 start. The New York Knicks this season, inside the paint, they've been 37 of 86. Excuse me, this series, they've been 37 of 86, 43%. Something to take note of. Here's OG Anunoby. His mid-range jumper is good. New York's starting to heat up a little bit. Inside the three-point line, Knicks are 20 for 57, 35%. Behind the back pass, Tyrese Maxey and Embiid. He's not going to take the three. He's going to drive inside, but he gets rejected by OG Anunoby. Here's Brunson, drives it inside. Brunson fakes, and they're going to call it travel. Brunson can't believe it. Embiid, no. Josh Hart drives. He finishes. Count it and one. Tough finish from Josh Hart. And that's just a strong attack. Josh Hart makes the free throw. Josh Hart, this series, he is 68% from the free throw line. This is Maxey. Oh, he almost lost the ball, but he somehow got it back and scores the layup. Wow. How about that? Josh Hart gets a nice cut and scores. It's an 11-4 run by the New York Knicks, and Embiid to answer yes. Joel Embiid, he is averaging 35 points per game this series and 45% from the field. DiVincenzo pulls, hits. New York Knicks starting to come alive in this first quarter after a nightmarish start. And it is a timeout by the Sixers. Nick Nurse wants to talk it over. Dante DiVincenzo averages 10 points. He is 34% from 34% shooting this series. Tell you what, the Knicks, they had a terrible start, and I mean a terrible start. If y'all have been watching this whole game, Knicks didn't do much of anything. They were just missing, and it was both sides. Knicks were missing shots, another missed shot, another missed shot, and then you go to the Sixers, missed shot after missed shot. But all of a sudden, the New York Knicks are starting to come alive, and they're starting to get it together, and their fans are loving it. As far as the Sixers, they need to find a way to counter that. Because if they don't, they're going to find themselves in the same losing situation they have the past 3 out of 4 games. If you're the Sixers, you obviously can't allow that to happen since this is a do-or-die game.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
He has his whole life ahead of him. I don't want to miss anything. the most of it. It's nothing.
Sounds like something. When you have not a heart for indigestion.
Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast relief when you need it most. Whatever you do it for less. At Harbor Freight.
No thanks. No. No thanks. No. They know better. They know
Hi, we're Visible, the wireless company that makes things visible. Get a one-line plan powered by Verizon.
I will say there have been a lot of close games in this series, and one big factor in close games that you have to think about is the free throw shooting. If your team is not a good free throw shooting team, you're not going to win games. Plain and simple.
with national
If your team can't make free throws when it matters, or if your team just can't make free throws, you are not going to win games. Reason being, they're free throws. Free throws matter in close games. Free throws matter in every game because those are 3 points. If you get yourself to the line, you got to convert.
Howdy, Chuck. Howdy. Don't forget to download that Battlefield app. I'm telling you right now, it's got live bets, it's got bees flying, it's got live parlays, and it pays instantly. Chuck, we're part of the Beyond right now, so we are. Who has more points tonight? In me or Bronson? Mr. Bronson gonna have it, Kenneth. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, just a couple of guys from Galveston. Check it out. Those two guys have videos. That puts it all in perspective.
Here's Embiid, and he's going to get fouled. Joel Embiid this season shooting 84.7% from the free throw line. It's pretty good that he's shooting a relatively high percentage from the free throw line, but he's only shot 1 for 5 so far this game. And he just missed a free throw there, so I might have just jinxed him. They're talking about chasing history right now. If whoever's watching this, have y'all watched Chasing History? It's on the NBA app. I think it's really good. Knicks have started 0 for 8 since they've been 7 for 7. I think Chasing History really gives like a background, kind of behind the scenes look to the NBA than what we see, which is just on our TV screens or whatever. Jalen Brunson can't convert. Mitchell Robinson gets fouled. But I think Chasing History does a really good job of giving us an inside look. If it's practices, if it's coaches talking in the locker room, if it's interviews, whatever it is, and they show different announcers, different broadcasting teams, different players. They do a really good job, and each episode is center focused on a different thing. Mitchell Robinson's averaging 3.7 points per game. Mitchell Robinson can't convert on the second. Let me know whoever is watching this. Who do y'all think is going to win the NBA Finals and why? I would love to know. Oh boy. We have a scuffle here, I think. The players are exchanging words. I'm going to watch the replay here, see what happened. Looks like Mitchell Robinson just straight up shoved Kelly Oubre. 76ers bench is going nuts about it. Yeah, it looks like he just kind of shoved him. Yeah, it looks like the officials are going to review this. I'll tell you what, playoff basketball is a different breed, man. Like, the amount of, like, pushing, shoving, just, like, crazy exchanges that you see in the playoffs versus the regular season is, there's Carmelo Anthony in the stands, is so cool. I mean, it feels weird to say that, but the exchanges that you see in the playoffs is so, like, unique because you don't see that in the regular season as much. In the playoffs, everything matters more. So players will do anything. Players are going to push, shove. Think about if you had to face a team in a 7-game series, those guys could get under your skin. Especially when you get to game 4, games 5, 6, 7. Those guys start to get under your skin because you've seen those same players again and again and again and again, and you battled through, you've battled against those same players over and over and over and over. Ref just said that is not a flagrant act. Wow. I'm surprised. Maybe it was a flop by Kelly Oubre. But I like the physicality, and I like... And I will say, here's another thing I've noticed, and a lot of NBA fans have noticed. The refs, the way the refs call the playoffs versus the regular season is a lot different. I think that's totally interesting. In the regular season, there were some Mavs games that I would just get so mad. As Nick Batum tries a 3, and he will not convert. Mitchell Robinson grabs a rebound. But the regular season games, the refs, some of those games, for no reason, every drive would be a foul. You drive once, it's a foul. You know, just seems like every other play, there would be a foul. And it was really, really annoying me. Not just the Mavs, but for all of the games. In almost all the games of the regular season, it would just be so many fouls. Kelly Oubre Jr. misses a 3 and beat. How about the hustle to tip that back out? Campaign splash down 3. It's just great hustle and a back tap by Embiid. But I think the playoffs, as the Sixers right now, they're shooting 3 for 10 from 3. Knicks are 0 for 4. The playoff whistle and the physicality is so much different. It's insane to me how you can go from literally blowing your whistle every single drive to, like, I've seen the playoffs. These guys are getting pushed, shoved to the ground. They're getting elbowed and all these. The refs just let so much more go in the playoffs than they do the regular season, which is real interesting. The 76ers have struggled with Joel Embiid on the bench. We'll see what they can do right now. But like I've said multiple times, this is a must-win game for them. Nick Batum, no. Tip in Kelly Oubre, yes. Here's Brunson. Brunson bumps his way in. Oh, but he threw it away. Oh, Anunoby could not come up with it. Oh, but they said it was tipped by the Sixers. But there's only 2 on a shot clock. Hart's got to put up a 3. Lets it fly. No. There was a battle for the rebound, but they call it Sixer ball. The Knicks crowd does not like that. Now they call it a foul on the floor. It was on Tyrese Maxey. Says that deflection was off Batum, not Hart. Knicks fans, Knicks coaching staff is not happy at all about this. Yeah, it's a foul and Rob. Ooh. I don't know how I feel about that. It looks like Maxey just lost the ball and then kind of just flopped his way out of it. I don't think Mitchell Robinson touched him, did he? That's a great challenge. Tyrese Maxey loses the ball and then he kind of flops his way out of it. He kind of falls down. But I didn't see a foul for Mitchell Robinson, but it kind of looked like it. He put his hand on there, but like Tyrese Maxey kind of just flopped forward almost. It's weird.
On their side, but the Knicks bench is on the other end of the floor. But it might be a successful challenge. We'll see. Upon review, the contact by Robinson is marginal, but the trip by Hart is where the defensive foul occurred. So it is a successful challenge. We will take a timeout and another challenge, but it's a personal foul on Hart on the trip, and Maxey's on the line for two. So it's one of those where.
So they said Josh Hart tripped Tyrese Maxey, and I can kind of see where that came from. So I don't know. That was really close too. These refs are a little bit questionable. But that means it's 1-1. One foul for Hart, or one foul for Robinson, one foul for Hart instead of two for Robinson. Tyrese Maxey to the free throw line. He hits the first one. Tyrese Maxey has not missed a single free throw this series. This 4-game series so far, he has been perfect. And he stays perfect, I believe. Unless he missed a free throw earlier, which I don't believe he did because he did in the first 4 games. Yeah, stays perfect, I think. And it's a quick 8-0 run by the Sixers. They had a 9-point lead. Less than 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. It's a loose ball, and they say Sixer ball. The 76ers are playing good defense, as you'd expect from a team whose backs are against the wall. Shot clock is off. There is about 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. They're going to go to Tyrese Maxey, who's their best offensive option out here. It's a screen by Paul Reed. Maxey, he'll take a 3. He missed. Josh Hart's got about a second to go. Josh Hart just hit a half-court shot, but did it count? They said it was late. That would have been insane. I thought it was late, and it was. Josh Hart did not get the half-court heave up. It was clearly in his hands. But Josh Hart's half-court shot would have counted if he had gotten it out about 0.4 of a second earlier. That is crazy. That happens in the NBA a lot, man. Like, you wouldn't think it happens a lot, but it does. Players put up late shots at the end that go in. I remember a game about a year ago, right before the playoffs. It was against the Kings. The Mavericks beat the Kings. Luka puts up a full court shot after the buzzer, and it goes in. Now, the game was already over. The Mavs already won, so that didn't matter. But things like that happen all the time. Another example being last year, Dennis Schroeder. He kind of just catches the ball, he flips one up, and it goes in. Josh Hart has stepped up in this series. He is averaging 16.8 points per game, especially in game 1 and 2. If you watch those games, he hit some, or especially more so game 1, he hit some big threes. So I think the Knicks have kind of fed off his energy. More so Brunson, too. Brunson's averaging 33 this series. But the Knicks have they play better clutch basketball, and that's what's allowed them to have this 3-1 lead. But the Sixers, hey, They came to play defensively. They made shots in the first quarter. We'll see what that does for them the rest of the way, and we'll see if the Knicks can respond, because I'm sure as heck know that the Knicks are going to want to end this series today. They're not going to wait till Game 6. They don't want to fight. They don't want to play Game 6 in Philadelphia. They want to end it right here, right now in Game 5. They don't want to play two more games or one more game. They don't give a crap. And truthfully, I wouldn't either. If you have a chance to close out a series, why wouldn't you just give it your all that game and do it? But then again, the Sixers are doing the same thing. Sixers are battling, and it's only been one quarter of play. Already about 35 minutes, almost 36 minutes to this live podcast. I'm gonna start a little poll here to make things more interesting. I got a very important question for y'all, who's ever watching. Who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals and why? Or actually, my bad. Let me rephrase that. Who's going to win the NBA Finals? Not why, just who's going to win. Are you sure? Are you certain of who's going to win the NBA Finals? Like, do you have a confident pick, a confident answer on who's going to win the Finals? For me, I don't really have a confident answer, but I think it'll be Celtics over Nuggets in 7. Nick Nurse says his team needs to keep playing. Jalen Brunson hits a tough shot. He's been very good this series. That's a tough reverse layup, but he couldn't finish. But he has made those this series. It's a battle for the rebound. There are multiple Paul Reed's on the floor. It's just pure hustle for the jump ball. Oh, here we go. We got a steal. DiVincenzo fast break. They call a foul. Great hustle by the Knicks. Oubre didn't even put his hand up. DiVincenzo hits both free throws. He's shooting 85% this series. Tobias Harris tries a 3 off the mark. Is DiVincenzo. Knicks trying to battle back. Brunson putting the moves on Oubre. How about that spin? Jalen Brunson puts in a tough shot. Kelly Oubre responds on the other end. It's an and one. How about this spin move? Jalen Brunson putting the moves on campaign, spins past him, hits a very tough shot, as he has all series long. That's what he does. He makes tough shots. He hits tough shots. He scores the basketball. That's what happens if you average 33 points in a playoff series. But then how about Kelly Oubre Jr.? Kelly Oubre Jr., he's averaging 12 points this series. He just hit a nice and one. 75% from the free throw line this series, but he doesn't hit that one. Now they're going to call another foul. Jalen Brunson is on the floor. Kelly Oubre Jr. was about to get a steal, it looked like, but then Brunson hits the deck. Oh boy, that is a dangerous inbound pass. Yeah, Kelly Oubre Jr. has done really well disrupting passes and just being active. Paul Reed, he got blocked, but it's out of bounds. These playoff games are just, everybody wants it more. I know it's the first quarter, or excuse me, the second quarter. But sometimes in the playoffs, tempers flare, teams hustle more. Here's McBride, it's a triple! No. Tobias Harris tried to save it, but he couldn't. Miles McBride has been a sniper from three-point shooting this series. He's made big, timely shots in this series, but he couldn't convert on that one. Brunson drives, scores. Kelly Oubre Jr. on his back does not matter. Jalen Brunson, one of the best Knicks players in recent history. Campaign fires a deep three. No good. But watching Jalen Brunson is just so impressive to me. Uh-oh, here we got OG. It's a three. He hit it. OG Anunoby hits a three from downtown. He is averaging 13.5 points per game. He's only shooting 28.6% from three, but he buries that one. And we have a tie game in Madison Square Garden. It is a timeout. By the way, that three from OG Anunoby was a top-of-the-key three. The New York Knicks, from the top of the key and wing areas, this series against the 76ers, they are shooting 37 makes for 90 attempts. That's 41%. If y'all are curious why I muted the TV, I can't stand this commercial. Y'all ever see those commercials where it's like you watch it 1,000 times? Can't stand them. Can't stand them. Some commercials, they just overplay, man. I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm going to start a poll question. Now that it's a tie game, I'm going to start a poll question. I'm going to say, who's winning this thing? Because it's a tie game. It's been back and forth. For those of you who haven't watched the whole game, it was a very, very, very slow start for both teams. but the 76ers got out to the early lead. Knicks battled back. 76ers responded, and now the Knicks have battled back. I mentioned several stats throughout this podcast. But this game's been interesting, as every basketball game is if you're as big of a basketball fan as I am. But if not, that's okay. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate everyone who's listening, liking the video, comment. It would help me out. Anything, answering the poll question. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it. Yeah, always feel free to comment. Always feel free to do anything in these live broadcasts. I'm up for it. I'm not going to stand here and say you can't comment. Some of the top performers for the New York Knicks. Oh, hold up. I'll tell y'all at the next commercial break. Y'all get to wait. Now they're talking about the hustle of the playoffs. OG hits a three. It's an 11-2 run from the New York Knicks. Impressive. But soon, quarter three, he can't answer. How about the hustle by Kelly Oubre Jr.? Embiid. Oh, we got blocked by Mitchell Robinson. Joel Embiid hits some shots, but it's McBride making the shots. And it's the Knicks' first lead tonight. They trail by as many as 9. But Miles McBride hits a three to give them their first lead. Oh, it's another steal by McBride. He's turning on. Can he finish the layup? He does! He does! And it's a quick 5-0 run by Miles McBride. It's a 16-2 run by the New York Knicks. At home, their crowd is starting to feel it. Maxey reverse. Ooh, I thought he was going to drill that one. Oh, boy, body's on the floor. Josh Hart. Tyrese Maxey, I would not be surprised. Tyrese Maxey makes those shots. But they're showing a replay here. That's just great defense by Mitchell Robinson. He's a great shot blocker. He always has been. The New York Knicks chanting something I can't say on this podcast. If y'all keep up with House of Highlights, Bleacher Report. New York Knicks took over Madison Square Garden in the last game in Philadelphia after the Knicks win. Or excuse me, not Madison Square Garden, Wells Fargo Center. I'm getting my arenas mixed up. It's another loose ball. So many great defensive plays. Brunson, oh, he got it. That's pure. That is pure. Embiid skips a pass to Oubre. Or skipped a pass to Lowry, who then passed it to Oubre. 76ers have only scored 2 points this quarter. It's giving me bad memories of when the Mavs only scored 8 first-quarter points. Brunson just flipped it up. He could not convert. He'll go to the line. Jalen Brunson shooting about 81.5% from the free throw line. He's always a guy you can trust late game, I feel like, to make those types of, to make free throws. Now, just as I said, you can trust him to make free throws. He misses a free throw, so, I mean, I don't think it was me who jinxed him.
These two teams combined to shoot 27% in the fourth quarter on Sunday afternoon. It felt a little bit of that spillover in the first, but the Knicks couldn't make a shot. 0 of 8 to start. Philadelphia took advantage.
Oh, wow, he missed them both. Oh, I definitely jinxed him. I said, yeah, he's a reliable free throw shooter. You can count on him to make them, and he just misses them both. That's my bad, Jalen. I did him dirty. I did him dirty. Here's Mitchell Robinson hits the floor. They're booing Embiid. There's only one on the shot clock. Embiid flips up a 3. They call it a shot clock violation. For a split second, I thought he was going to hit it. Some Knicks fans are mocking Embiid, doing this. It's a shot clock violation. If I were a Knicks fan, I'd be doing the same thing, but I'm not. I'm a Mavs fan. Embiid's only 1 for 7, 3 points. It's Josh Hart. Well, that's a tough mid-range. And it rolls out. That would have been a tough shot to make, but he almost pulled it off. Uh-oh. We got Tobias Harris. It's a corner 3. He drills it. Like I said earlier, Tobias Harris only 25% from 3 in this series. It seems wrong. Mitchell Robinson gets the lob from Josh Hart. Yeah, Tobias Harris just hasn't been able to hit threes. Knicks fans cannot believe. And that's not easy to pull off. Mitchell Robinson, he's got some wingspan, man. Reached all the way up to get that. Throw down. Throw down. Timeout, 76ers. Knicks lead at 37-31. Ever since the 76ers took command, the Knicks have taken command. So, I might be all wrong about my prediction. My original prediction was the Knicks in 7. So, Knicks in 5. I mean, that's all right, I guess. Unfortunately, I picked the Phoenix Suns to beat the Wolves in 6 games. They just got swept. In my defense, okay, I know the Suns don't have a complete roster. I know that, okay? I've watched them. I know they don't have a very complete roster. But when I thought about Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker in the playoffs, and think about this too, the T-Wolves are still a relatively young team. The T-Wolves franchise has little to zero playoff experience. So my thought process is, this big 3 is going to absolutely whoop the heck out of the Timberwolves. And I couldn't have been more wrong. The Timberwolves came out with a point to prove, and they just absolutely dominated the Phoenix Suns, top to bottom. Their defensive execution was great. Anthony Edwards, who's been one of the best players this playoffs. He's been so good. Anthony Edwards, people are calling him MJ 2.0 or MJ's son, whatever the heck he is. That kid is 22. He's got athleticism. He's got shooting. He's got defense. He's got it all, man. He takes pride in what he does, and I respect it. Needless to say, despite the Timberwolves' amazing defense, I was not expecting them to take down the Suns. I just thought the Suns were going to be able to more or less contain the T-Wolves on offense, and no, the T-Wolves absolutely dominated them on offense, and I thought their offense was going to be so insane that the T-Wolves couldn't have an answer for it. They had plenty of answers for it. Devin Booker didn't have a good series. He had 49 points in Game 4, didn't really do much the first 3 games. Kevin Durant had a good series, but Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. Here's an interesting stat. On Bleacher Report this morning, this is the first year in 20 years that Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, or LeBron James will not be in the second round of the playoffs. In the semifinals. Those 3 superstars will not be in there. Think about how crazy that is. Steph Curry lost to the Kings in the play-in tournament, so he's out. LeBron, the Denver Nuggets. That was just an amazing game. Jamal Murray, 2 game winners. 2 game winners in the same series. And Nikola Jokic and company knock out the Lakers. See, they're showing that lob against Mitchell Robinson. Jamal Murray and the Nuggets and company take care against the Lakers. Kings get rid of the Warriors in the play-in tournament. And, of course, Kevin Durant and the Suns get swept by the Timberwolves. When I tell you the new era of the NBA is here, I mean it. We got Anthony Edwards, Shai Alexander, Luka. We got studs, man. We got studs. Jason Tatum. The league is in good hands. There's Kyle Lowry just hit the deck. Yeah, we definitely don't need to worry about the future of the league. It is in good hands. Jokic is, I mean, he's not like as, he's not 22 years old. He's not old either. Jokic is in his prime. League is in good hands. It will always be in good hands. Embiid just missed a layup. The 76ers superstar is not shown up to play today. Tobias Harris, another 3. That's no good. But here's the thing. I know people love to talk about, the different eras and stuff. It's like, oh, this era was great. Once the LeBron era is gone, once the KD era, Steph's era is gone, they're saying, Jalen Brunson hits a jumper there. They're saying once this era is gone, the NBA is not going to be good anymore. But I disagree with that because we've got a great young group, man. We've got, like I said earlier, we got some studs, and I think with players retiring, great players are drafted. Embiid just hit a splash down 3. With players retire, every player that retires, players get drafted. There's always going to be phenomenal players. The league's always going to be in good hands. This is the National Basketball Association. They've got great owners. It's great. They've got plenty of money. Joel Embiid wants to review that. They called it an offensive foul. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, I do not agree with that. I don't know how that's a charge. That's a blocking foul. That's a great challenge because Mitchell Robinson was not set. So I don't know how that's a foul on Embiid. So obviously Nick Nurse is he going to challenge it? I don't know. Okay, well the refs are going to take a look on it. But the league's always going to be in good hands. With players that retire, good players come in. It's never going to be like, oh, this player retires, guess we don't have any more good players in the NBA. There's always going to be good players in the NBA. There always has been, there always will be. So I'm not worried in the slightest about that because I know the league will always be in good hands. This podcast is almost up to an hour. We're about 59 minutes and 38 seconds. About 20 more seconds, and we will be a whole hour through this podcast. Yeah, Ian Eagle and Grant Hill and the commentators are saying this has been the first time in a very long time that New York Knicks have had an opportunity to leave their home court with a series victory. And I think that's really good for a franchise when it's been that many years since 1960 something or 1940 something. I don't remember what they said. That spin by Brunson. It's an inside shot. Brunson will try a three. He'll hit. Jalen Brunson. It's a three. He's got 15 points. He's 7 from 10 from the field. 1 of 2 from 3. Ooh. Maxey? Oh, we got bumped by Brunson. They call foul on Brunson. That's interesting. Yeah, great drive by my Deuce McBride. Brunson does his signature. Ooh. Ooh. They said it was a... Okay, yeah. Maxey drives. Lowry three. No, they said it was deflected. That's why it wasn't a backcourt right just then. If the New York Knicks score, it will be a 10-plus point lead. Oh boy, ball's loose. Oh! I didn't see that for a second. Isaiah Hartenstein gets fouled. Yeah, Hartenstein, he just got the bounce on the free throw. I can't think. They're talking about the games tomorrow, Celtics Heat. I'm not going to be broadcasting any of those games tomorrow. Maybe the Mavs, probably not, because it's a really late game. So I'm probably won't be doing any weeknight, because I go to school and stuff. I'm not going to be doing any like if it's a game at like 9 p.m., I'm not going to be broadcasting anything just because, I don't know. I'm not going to be doing any weeknight late broadcasts. I just don't feel like that's necessary right now. There's only 3 on the shot clock. To Hartenstein. Oh, he almost dunked it on Embiid, but he didn't. Embiid holds strong. That would have been on the highlight tapes. Maxey, oh, how about that drive? How about that scoop layup? It's just pure skill from Tyrese Maxey. Looks like the Orlando Magic versus Cleveland Cavaliers game just started. That has been a very entertaining series. The Cleveland Cavaliers started out great in that series. They were up 2-0. The Orlando Magic couldn't get a shot to fall in those first 2 games. But then Paulo Banchero gets a big game 3. Franz Wagner gets a big game 4. As there's Nick Batum. He hits a 3. Nick Batum has... He's been decent. He's got 5 points, 2 for 4 today. He's been decent lately. Some games on, some games off. But I think that Cleveland-Orlando matchup that round is so interesting. As Miles McBride, it's a splash down 3. Tell you what, Miles McBride is just he's a great 3-point shooter. Oh! Kyle Lowry just crossed up Brunson. I don't know if Brunson was trying to draw the offensive foul. Oh, Knicks crowd doesn't like that. Embiid, he gets a tough fadeaway to go. Embiid just makes tough shots, man. He does. Brunson kicks hard. He gets an open three. No. Certainly capable of making those, as we've seen so far this series. But yeah, that Cleveland Cavaliers Orlando Magic series, Franz Wagner and Paulo Banchero took the reins in Orlando for those past 2 games. And all of a sudden, it's Game 5. Cleveland leads 9-6. Knicks crowd is on their feet. First half is about to end in Game 5. It's a very close game. Josh Hart floater. It's an 8-point lead, but there's only 5 seconds to go. Maxey, he's got to go. He's only got 3 seconds. Maxey drives, and he finished at the buzzer. Tyrese Maxey, the finger roll layup. Here's another stat. The 76ers, they're going to show that layup again. And that's tough, man. If you can get that high scoop layup to go, that's really tough. Tyrese Maxey, one of the more, I feel like, underappreciated. I don't want to say underappreciated, though, because he just won Most Improved Player. Deservingly so. I think him and Kobe White had some... and Alfred Sengun had each kind of had a case for it. Here's an interesting stat. Speaking of in-the-paint shots, the Philadelphia 76ers in the first 4 games, this is prior to this game, in the first 4 games, they have shot 39%, 16 for 41 shots inside the paint area, and then the right by the basket shot. Y'all know that little, there's inside the paint, and then there's that little semi-circle kind of, it's like a layup right by the basket. That's where Tyrese Maxey was. The Sixers are shooting 56 for 100 right there. 56%. And inside the paint, they're shooting 39%, 16 for 41. So that's pretty interesting as we head to halftime. This podcast's been going for about 67 minutes. I think it's been a nice back and forth game thus far. But it'll be very interesting to see how these teams respond in the second half. I believe it is either a 6-point lead. It's either a 6-point lead or an 8-point lead for the Sixers at the half. Knicks have done a good job. They've made shots, man. New York Knicks, I mean, they started out really cold, but they picked it up and they made shots. They persevered. So have the New York Knicks. But here's I think the storyline thus far is that both teams, they hustle. Both teams hustle. They play good defense. Neither team shot the ball very well to start the game, but both teams have picked it up. And the New York Knicks at home lead. Like I said, who's ever watching this, if y'all want to leave any comments or answer the poll question, y'all can do just that. I'm open to all that stuff. Let me read off this. Some of the top performers, I don't think I've mentioned this yet. Some of the top performers for the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson. In the first 4 games, he has averaged 33 points, 9 assists, 5.3 rebounds. He has shot 40.5% from the field and 26% from 3. Josh Hart. He has averaged, Josh Hart has averaged 16. I thought that said 116. I was like, that's crazy. 16.8 points. And OG Anunoby, that's off the, no, Josh Hart's starting. Yeah, Hart's starting. OG Anunoby has averaged 13.5 points. And on the defensive side of the ball, 1.3 blocks. Philadelphia 76ers. Top performers for them in the first 4 games. Joel Embiid, 35 points, 9 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 1.3 steals, and a block. Joel Embiid has also shot 45% from the field and 33% from 3. Tyrese Maxey, 29 points, 6.8 assists, 5.3 rebounds, 48% from the field, 38% from 3. I'm going to listen to this American Express halftime report to see what they have to say. Yeah, they're talking about the sluggish start right now. Maxey is 15. He's 6 for 12. Tobias Harris has 10. He's 4 for 6. Embiid's got 8, but he's only 3 for 10.
Yeah, I don't want my best player taking ill-advised shots. First couple shots he took were ill-advised. The biggest, strongest guy, most heavy guy there, take a high percentage shot.
Shaq's saying he's taking bad shots. Shaq is saying Embiid hasn't taken good shots. And he's taken some contested ones. But he can make those. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's not a high percentage. Look. Yeah, Embiid is not. Embiid's taking tough shots, and like Shaq's saying, if you're injured, you should be taking higher percentage looks and not taking these shots to where you can get blocked. And where you can miss shots easily, where they're harder to make, especially when you're injured.
The Philadelphia 76ers never trailed in the first quarter. The momentum switched a 10-0 run for New York. Yeah, there's times in the game when you have to lock in, you have to execute. You have to tighten the screws on you. And the Knicks have done that in a key moment to be up 6. And I'm not running. You guys should grow up. You guys are grown men running to the board. Be careful on those things, man. Some caution tape back there. Be careful. Hey, don't. You guys are over 50 years old, still ready to see all the tape was under investigation. Anyway, so now to me, there was a time in the second quarter where I said this is the tighten the screws time, and I wanted to see what Steve did. Here's McBride jumping up high, making Maxey. Then you have Brunson recovering and helping out. You have Mitchell Robinson eyes on ball. You have OG Anunoby down slow, understanding what the assignments are. And everything's contested.
Yeah, Knicks have played great defense. And then Miles McBride's been an impact off the bench for them.
And now, in transition, we cannot give up easy baskets in transition. Everybody attack the basketball, and now McBride off again to the races. OG's running hard. You got Hart racing. Now everyone's spread out. Now let's find an open shooter. Get the ball to Brunson. Great pick by Mitchell Robinson. Getting the guy open. To me, the New York Knicks are playing not only inspired basketball, but smart basketball as well. Brunson hitting his stride in the second quarter. He only had 2 points in the first on 1 of 4.
Yeah, that's interesting too. Jalen Brunson, he only had 2 points in the first quarter. 1 for 4 from the field, but he really picks it up in the second quarter.
They can't do in a closeout game. There's 2 things that one in this series has been offensive rebounding, and then the second thing is turnover. In a closeout game, Shaq said they only down 6. You don't have to win by 1. They didn't want half to win the game. Knicks don't have to win. I don't think you can play from behind, especially on the road, because the closer it gets to the end of the game, the pressure's on you. If you're down 6 with 4 or 5 minutes to go, every possession counts. But if they take care of the ball and don't turn it over, and on the defensive board, those to me are going to be the keys. New York with a 9-4 advantage in points off turnover, and it's a 6-point.
Yeah, Knicks have scored off turnovers more, haven't they?
doing this, man. It just happened yesterday. Yeah, you're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna do it at least tonight. Oh my God. Y'all need to go up upstairs, man. I think it's true. I say, hey, right this one. Hold on to me, bro. I see more people.
Yeah, I like what they were saying about the New York Knicks. They come to the ball. They stop in transition. They play good defense and they score fast break points. So I think that's been a level of emphasis for them. As far as the Sixers, like Charles Barkley said, you don't want to play from behind. If you get to the end of the game and it's a close game, and you're still behind, you're going to be kicking yourselves for the bad shots you took in the first half. So, like they said, Embiid, he's a great player, but he does, now that they mention it, he's got to take some better shots. Sixers, they got to make more shots. They got to take better shots. And they got to put it together fast. This is game 5. They got to go. I will say a lot of these other series, playoff series, have been very interesting. I think the Thunder Pelicans series is not very interesting. Thunder made quick work of the Zion-less Pelicans. Of course, I talked about the Timberwolves earlier. They made quick work of the Suns. Nuggets, they beat the Lakers in 5 games. So a lot of these series have been quick, and then a lot of these series has kind of lingered on. For example, Orlando Magic versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think I'm gonna watch a little bit of that, just a little bit of that series, like maybe 5 minutes or so, because this is technically a Knicks Sixers podcast, not a Cavs podcast, not a Cavs Magic podcast. But I might as well watch some of it just to get my intake on that too, but not too much because I don't want to miss the start of the second half.
The code's running up. Air traffic controller. On the stairs. Rib injury is what Scott Sharon Allen out, by the way. And you got 9 lives. Yeah. And, I'm gonna have to tell you, there's a last halftime with the jokes. I'm talking about being the Bahamas after this. What you say, Kitty? I'm going for the Bahamas.
Introducing Happy Thursday. talk wireless. You get unlimited data, talk, and text. You get America's most reliable 5G network. You get to choose who gets that.
Looks like the second half is about to begin. First half stats, Jalen Brunson, 13 second quarter points. He was 6 for 6 in the second quarter, only 1 for 4 from the first quarter. He played the same amount of minutes in both quarters, so. The ref saying don't. TNT gave us a little audio assist talking about what the refs was saying. Don't grab each other during the tip off. The shoot. The Tom Thibodeau was saying, he was talking about like what the Knicks can do to adjust. Jalen Brunson starts out the second half with a 3, but he cannot convert. DiVincenzo just missed a 3 right off the Embiid miss. OG Anunoby missed it. Oh, it's a loose ball. Tobias Harris picks it up. Ooh, they called a foul. That's just a great take by Kelly Oubre. Yeah, Grant Hill's talking about who's going to step up for the Sixers. Oubre hits both free throws. See who else can step up for the Sixers, though. See if they get this to Brunson. Jalen Brunson really stepped up in the second quarter. But Tobias Harris, he's going to get the steal. Oh, is he going to push it or is he going to get this to Embiid? Oh, he's going to back down Dante DiVincenzo. He's going to fake. Nice fake by Tobias Harris for the score. And it is a timeout from Tom Thibodeau. How about this? The Philadelphia 76ers, and I think I may have mentioned this. Well, Tobias Harris, he's averaging 8.8 points per game this season on 39.5 field goal percentage. And he has not missed a free throw this series either. And then that shot that he just made, that was an inside the paint shot. It was a pump fake, a couple pump fakes, and an inside the paint shot for the 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers, they have shot 16 for 41 this series inside the paint. That's 39%. It's not great. But then right by the basket, there's a difference between inside the paint and right by the basket. But right by the basket, it's like where all your layups are. Right by the basket, they're shooting 56 for 100 on 56% shooting, which is not great. But if you're the Sixers, you gotta make shots. Especially from that in close. I don't care if they're contested. If you make contested shots or miss contested shots, you just gotta live with the results. But you gotta finish those in close. You gotta take good shots and you gotta make good shots. You gotta get back in the game and do whatever you can. We're just kind of waiting on Joel Embiid to do something because his teammates have done stuff. Tyrese Maxey's done stuff, but Embiid, he's averaging 33 points a game this series. And yet, he's averaging 35 points per game this series on 45% shooting. But he hasn't really had his impact this game. We'll see if that's different, though. We'll see if he keeps that up, or we'll see if he can pick up the pace and start making shots, which is what you want to see from him. And what you want to see from the Sixers team as they try to force a Game 6. Because that's the bottom line for the Philadelphia 76ers. It doesn't matter how bad you play, how many mistakes you make. Obviously, you want to avoid all that and play your best basketball. But bottom line is, if you're the Sixers, we need to win this game. We need to do this to avoid a game, or to avoid getting eliminated. Because the ultimate goal for every NBA team is to win an NBA championship and to avoid being eliminated. And the Sixers need to do that. They need to get their act together. And they've battled in close games, but they haven't won close games. So they need to do that. They need to win a close game, and they need to keep battling and fighting. There's Walt Frazier. I think he's on the broadcast with Mike Breen. Mike Breen is actually the Knicks broadcaster, if y'all didn't know that. Here's Jalen Brunson. He's one-on-one with Tobias Harris. There's only 3 on the shot clock, but he puts in a tough shot. Jalen Brunson puts in tough shots. He's got 17 now after only a 1-for-4 start. Knicks lead it by 4. Tyrese Maxey scores the layup. Looks like there's a kick ball. Yeah, it's just he's in no rush to score, but he just makes tough shots and takes his time, works his way in, kind of like Luka, except quicker handles. Josh Hart, ooh, a couple of pump fakes. Sixers thought it should have been a travel. Thought there was no foul. Thinking he might have slapped him in the face. No? I don't think so. I don't know about that one. Oh, they're saying that's the right call. Maybe I think they saw something I didn't. DiVincenzo kicks and Anobi. Ooh, he stepped out of bounds. Yeah, both teams have just played great defense, I feel like. Especially the Knicks. I feel like more so the Knicks have played great defense. Like they said at halftime, like Kenny the Jet was saying at halftime, they stop ball in transition. They do well on that. Here's Maxey. He puts up a mid-range. He's got it. The Philadelphia 76ers, inside the three-point line, are 20 for 57. That's 35.1%. The Philadelphia 76ers are 21 for 46 from inside the three-point line, but not in the paint, of course. That's 45.7%. Here's Brunson. He'll take a step-back three. Ooh, but he airballed it. That was Tyrese Maxey who just made that shot, by the way. That's what I'm referring to as far as the shooting percentages.
Start of the game, the Knicks were a -4, currently -3.5 with 8:16 to play in the third quarter. Knicks are 1 of 5 from the field in the third. Maxey turns on the Jets.
Tyrese Maxey hits a layup. He's having a game. And all of a sudden, the Philadelphia 76ers lead this ball game. Tyrese Maxey's talking to the ref about something. I'm not really sure what maybe he thought there was a foul. Maybe he thought there should have been a foul on the other end. I don't really know. But Tyrese Maxey just gave the 76ers the lead. It felt like for a long, long time there, the New York Knicks just kept the lead, and they just kept the lead for a while. And then the Sixers have now just flipped the switch, and now the Sixers are in the lead. It's been a trend here that we've just seen a lot of back and forth, back and forth. No team has really established their game. Or they've established it, but no team is really taking control. And I think that's what you like to see in the playoffs. I love to see a little back and forth. Blowouts are never fun to watch, really, unless it's your team, of course. If the Mavs were blowing out the Clippers, that's the only fun blowout I like to see. But I guess they can't all be close games. But this is a close game. But like I've said many, many, many times, this podcast, almost all of the games this series, at least 3 of them, have been close games. And the New York Knicks have won those close games, or most of those close games, I believe. That's why they're up 3-0 or 3-1 in the series. The Sixers need to step up in clutch games, and they need to do that today. Either they need to pull ahead, or they need to clutch up in these clutch games. Or else, if they don't do that, they're going to be sent home today. Is bottom line. Simple as that. The New York Knicks, of course, trying to eliminate them. So I feel like there is less pressure for the New York Knicks, but if you think about it, there's almost more pressure. I have a theory. It's like if you're up 3 games to 1, you would think you would have less pressure to win, and you do have less pressure to win. But if you're the Philadelphia 76ers, you've got more pressure to win because you're in an elimination game, you're down 3 games to 1. But if you're the New York Knicks, you're not in that situation. If you're the New York Knicks, or you're the Philadelphia 76ers, you're down 3 games to 1, you feel more pressure to win. And you're giving it your all because you know if we don't win this game, our season is over. But if you're the Knicks, then you don't feel that pressure. But then your coach in the locker room, all he's trying to tell you is, guys, if we don't win this game, the Sixers are going to have some momentum going back to their place. And then all of a sudden, they're going to have momentum going into Game 6. And then halftime of Game 6. And then they're going to win Game 6. And then all of a sudden, we're going to be back. We're going to be back for Game 7 in a do-or-die game situation. So if you're the New York Knicks, you definitely don't want to take your foot off the gas pedal. Because if you do, the Sixers backs against the wall, they're going to win. And all of a sudden, if they win Game 6, you just almost blown a 3-1 lead. Looks like Walt Frazier, Patrick Ewing, and Bill Bradley. John Starks. A bunch of all-time great New York Knicks players. Looks like it's an offensive foul. It'll be Sixer ball. Knicks are just 1 for 5 on field goals this quarter. Sixers are 4 for 5. Oh, they gotta go to somebody. Oh, Maxey. Oh, he lost it. There's only 1 second. He's got to put up a shot. It's Harris. He'll heave. No. DiVincenzo able to grab the board, though. DiVincenzo. Now he gets it to Brunson. Brunson gets it to Hart. Hart finishes and 1. That's a nice assist from Brunson. Jalen Brunson, he's averaging 9 assists so far in this playoff series. Of course, excluding this game because these stats are from the first 4 games. And Josh Hart converts on the and 1. Josh Hart puts in the free throw as well. Yeah, they're talking about Josh Hart's rebound numbers. He has averaged, think about this. Josh Hart is normally seen as a guard. He's averaged 12.8 rebounds in this series. As Embiid just hits a mid-range jumper. I've already mentioned the stats for the mid-range inside the three-point arc numbers, so I don't want to do that again. Jalen Brunson just got fouled. Said it was 2 fouls on Kelly Oubre Jr. Yeah, Jalen Brunson's got 18 tonight on 8 for 13 shooting with 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Joel Embiid just put in a tough, and I mean tough shot. Embiid, he just backs down, he flips it up, he puts it in. Yeah, he barely looking at the rim. Two New York Knicks defenders, Isaiah Hartenstein and Dante DiVincenzo, were right there. It really didn't matter. Joel Embiid just flips it up, and he puts it in. Only 3 points, 1 for 5 in the first quarter. 9 points, 4 for 7 since for Joel Embiid. Sixers have gone 6 for 8 on field goals this quarter. Knicks only 2 for 6. There's only 3 on the shot clock. Hart, tough shot, but it rims out. Oh, Embiid just threw it out of bounds. He tried to get it to Harris, but he didn't pan out. Josh Hart just buries a corner 3. Speaking of right corner 3s, the New York Knicks in right corner 3s this series. Oh my goodness. I'll get back to that stat in a second. OG Anunoby just sent back Tyrese Mack. Oh, no, that was Dante DiVincenzo. Anyway, New York Knicks on right corner 3s this series. They are 4 for 18, 22% as Tyrese Maxey makes a wing 3 of his own. Speaking of wing 3s, for the Philadelphia 76ers, top of the key wing 3s, they are 34 for 103. That's 33%. Oh, that's a tough shot. Oh, no, he didn't even take the shot. I thought he was. DiVincenzo flips it out. And Obi hits a 3, but he rims out. But it's tipped out by Hartenstein. Brunson, he'll try. He'll hit. Jalen Brunson. These second chance points have been huge for the Knicks. Embiid trying to back his way down. Oh, he just threw it away out of bounds. Yeah, Brunson just drills a 3, man. Looks like Brunson's going to go on it. Oh, he's going to take a 3. But he can't make it. But Hartenstein. Oh, they call a loose ball foul on who? Did they call it on Embiid? I think they might have called it on Embiid. See, no. They called it on Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry is furious. He can't believe that. So like I was saying, New York Knicks, 37 for 90, 41% from top of the key in wing 3. 76ers are 34 for 103. That's only 33%. And that's Josh Hart buried that 3 from the right corner. Knicks are 4 for 18. It's only 22% from the right corner. I think I mentioned that earlier too. Tobias Harris gets the rebound, and he can't convert on the jumper. Oh, we got DiVincenzo. He pulls a three. Dante DiVincenzo. Only 34.8% from three. And that seems wrong. It seems wrong. But it's not. Dante DiVincenzo buries a huge three.
Playoff chasing is not a thing.
We all know it's a thing. Same goes for playoff spider.
It's not a thing.
Well, Brunson can't deny it.
I mean,
He left it.
oh wait, no.
Oh, I see. You got the whole league in on it.
Not a thing.
Let me guess. Playoffs?
It's not a thing.
Are you serious? Everyone's going playoff and say it's clearly a thing.
It's not a thing.
Let's color it up. Start clean with the power of Clorox. Because
Son, we did it.
happens.
This is level of life. Hi, what's up?
Why are you leaving me?
I'm excited now, okay?
Ah!
Yeah, he's not okay. Try start. It's time to see other sodas.
Be ready for anything. Don't miss the explosive action of all Elite Wrestling. Wednesday night, Dynamite live at 8 on CBS. Knicks 65, Sixers 61, 3:22 to go, third quarter.
Really, the backcourt, as you can see, Maxey and Brunson both canceling each other out. And really, now it's got to be a big time. You got to get him going a little bit more.
Yeah, they're talking about Joel Embiid needing to get him going. He's made some shots, but they got to get him going even more. Oh, he tried to draw the foul. He gets it back, and he missed the shot. That would have been crazy.
Brunson thought about it. Screen Hartenstein.
Brunson. He'll get it to Hart. Back to Hartenstein. Oh boy, it's a steal by Nick Batum. Here comes Kelly Oubre Jr. He'll lay it in. And that's good defense. Like Grant Hill is saying, that's good transition defense too. But Kelly Oubre Jr. Brunson, no, he can't hit the pull-up shot. Tobias Harris, his three is good. Tobias Harris, only 25% from three in the previous 4 games, but he's 50% this game. He's 3 for 6.
31% from three-point territory. The Knicks at 46%, 29% from downtown.
Oh, how about that feed? Good ball moving by the Knicks. It's OG, and it's a 3. OG Anunoby. How about the ball movement by the Knicks? 31% this game from the Sixers from 3, 32% by the Knicks. Joel Embiid is going to shoot free throws. He was just fouled.
More free throw attempts every game in this series. But thus far, only 3 tonight. It looks like they are going to take the ball out on the side. Not giving him the shooting foul. The foul was before he went into the shooting.
Okay, they said the foul is before the shot.
So Hartenstein 6.
So,
Checks in. McBride is in for the Knicks. And Payne back on the floor for Philly. 10 to shoot.
oh, Embiid on Maxey's. He's got about 5 on the shot clock. That's a nice drive. He lost it, though. It's Campaign. He'll take a 3, and he'll hit. Campaign hits a 3 for the lead, and the Sixers have a 1-point advantage. But Brunson has a chance to regain that lead immediately, but he gives it up to Hart. Hart scores it, floater. Josh Hart.
Every possession. Point shooting not there like it was early, but gets to the paint. So that's easy too.
We got Tyrese Maxey. Kicks a pass. Payne. A three. No. But how about the rebound by Tobias Harris? Swing. Maxey. Corner three. No. Oh boy, we got the Knicks on a fast break. We got McBride. Triple is off. Wouldn't be surprised if he put that through. Embiid to Batum out of Maxey. Here's Embiid. He kicks. Three, Batum, no. Hart battles for the rebound. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. 1 point Knicks advantage. Hart drives, lost it. It's Brunson. There's only 2 seconds. It's a behind the back pass. A three from Hart. Air ball. And that is the end of the third quarter. It is a 1 point lead for the 76ers. For the New York Knicks. 70-69. Sixers trying to live another day, trying to keep their season alive. But it will not be an easy task as the New York Knicks. This is very interesting. New York Knicks only a quarter away from moving on to the conference semifinals. And then on the other hand, the Philadelphia 76ers only a quarter away from having their season ended. If y'all, who's ever watching this game, buckle up. We're going to be in for a good fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is about to begin. Let me get set back up here. It's been a pretty entertaining game. What's interesting to me is it's only a 1 point game. Only a 1 point New York Knicks lead. Some takeaways I've got so far. New York Knicks have played great defense. They picked it up. They've shot it well since their shooting slump at the beginning of the game. But here we go in the fourth quarter. See, they're showing clips now. The good defense by Josh Hart on Embiid. Embiid, he tries to draw those fouls. But this is going to be a fantastic finish. Who's ever watching this, feel free to comment. Feel free to vote in my poll. They're interviewing Tom Thibodeau right now. Yeah, he's talking about how the whole team's got to work together. More so for the Sixers, because if they lose, their season is all over. So here we go. Fourth quarter just now starting. Cam Payne, he's had some solid minutes off the bench. Here's Maxey. He puts in the mid-range. And the Philadelphia 76ers regain the lead by 1. Tyrese Maxey, he's got a total of 26 points, 15 in the first half, 11 in this second half. We are going to be in for quite the finish. Brunson, pump fake, jumper, no. Rebound Maxey. Oh boy, he's going to push it. Now he's going to stop and slow down the offense. Oh, never mind. He'll go into a quick burst. He'll kick. It's Batum. He'll hit. Nick Batum, a three-pointer, and the Sixers. Quick 5 straight points forces Tom Thibodeau into a quick, very fast timeout. Less than a minute to go in this, or only a minute to go in this fourth quarter. Joel Embiid, in the first 4 games, he averaged 35 points, 9 rebounds, 5.5 assists on 1.3 steals, and a block. Haven't really seen that same production tonight. But like I said, I've said this all game, the Knicks' defense has been outstanding. Their ability to stop the ball in transition has been outstanding. Jalen Brunson, phenomenal. I know he had an even more phenomenal game last game, but watching Jalen Brunson play is a work of art. He's so good. I know a lot of people say he's not quite that MVP tier, but he's, I think, the tier below. I'd say Anthony Edwards, Brunson, Jalen Brunson, those type of guys are kind of the tier below. And then the MVP tier is more like Shea, Luka, Giannis, Jokic, probably Embiid if he wasn't injured. The funny thing about the MVP race is Joel Embiid was actually leading the MVP race for a very long time, but the NBA had a new rule to where once you play a certain amount of games, if you miss, you have to reach a 65-game minimum to be eligible for any in-season awards. And since Embiid was injured for a lot of this season, he was not eligible to win those awards. So, unfortunately for him and for the Sixers organization, he was not eligible to win the MVP, which has left a very, I want to say, tight MVP race, but it looks like, unfortunately, Nikola Jokic is going to win it. I think he's deserving of it, but I think Luka Doncic is more deserving of it. Now, I'm slightly biased because I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan, but Nikola Jokic, he was great last night. So were the whole Denver Nuggets team. If y'all watched that game last night, y'all know Jamal Murray, back-to-back game winners. Can't get much better than that. Can't get much better than back-to-back game winners in Denver. It's crazy if you think about it. Game 2, he hits a game winner. Game 5, he hits a game winner. The only difference is Game 2, that put him up 2 on the series. Game 5 sent LeBron and the Lakers home. Very interesting. We'll see how the rest of this game plays out, as it is the 76ers have sprung out to a 4-point lead. We'll see if the Knicks can answer at home, or if the Sixers can finally hold on to their lead and can finally close out a close game. They've struggled, but this game is back on. We'll see what they say at the audio assist.
Coaching his team up. Knicks led at the end of 3. They're 44-3 this season, including playoffs.
About 11 minutes to go. A little bit more than 11 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. And it's only a 4-point game. See what happens. DiVincenzo, oh my gosh, he just bombed the pass to the corner. It was saved. And he puts up a 3, and it's no good. That was a crazy sequence. It almost ended up with a crazy finish. Looks like the Cleveland Cavaliers are up 48-47 at halftime. It's very interesting considering the Orlando Magic did not keep up with the Cavs very well in the first 2 games in Cleveland, but it looks like they have. Looks like that's in for a good game. If whoever is watching that game. But obviously, this is a Knicks Sixers live podcast, not a Magic Cavs live podcast. Brunson can't connect to the three. Remember, two. And Maxey, he's been good today. Here's Embiid. He drives on Mitchell Robinson, but he just turned it over. And there is a foul on the floor. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Jalen Brunson and Cam Payne kind of got in each other's face. Josh Hart got in there, too. Yeah, great defense, as Grant Hill said. Yeah, talking about the stakes, right, for the Sixers elimination game. Down 3-1. If they win this game, they'll force a Game 6 in Philadelphia. If not, the New York Knicks will move on to the conference semifinals. Deuce McBride can't connect. It's a loose ball. Looks like a jump ball, but they say Embiid might have been out of bounds. Okay, I think he was. I think as he was gaining possession, the ball was out of bounds. I don't know, though. It's kind of hard to tell. But I've said this throughout the podcast. Peak playoff basketball. Bodies are on the floor. People are getting in each other's faces. That's what playoff basketball is all about, man. Pure hustle. Yeah, it looks like it was off indeed. Ooh, did I say what? I think they say it might have been inbounds. I'm not sure. They're reviewing it right now. Oh, how about that, DiVincenzo? He just hit a reverse layup. DiVincenzo's got 9 tonight. Only 1 for 6 from 3, though. I mentioned earlier his percentages from 3. It hasn't been a great three-point shooter. Although he is a good three-point shooter in general, Embiid misses the shot. Here's DiVincenzo. Now Josh Hart's got it. Now it's Anunoby. DiVincenzo's 3 is off the mark. About 9 minutes to go. It's a 2.76ers lead. Tough crossover. Tyrese Maxey. He just hit a 3. That's a tough move, too. Got his defender to bite. Crossed over. Hit a splash down 3. That just extended Philly's lead. DiVincenzo to McBride. McBride. Ooh, Maxey wanted a charge, an offensive foul. Instead, he just looked like a fool. He just fell backwards, and Deuce McBride hit the shot. Ooh, Embiid. I thought he was going to lose it for a second, but he was able to regain possession. Embiid. He's going to drive it. Ooh, looks like Mitchell Robinson got hit in the face. Embiid, he'll take an open 3, but he missed it. Embiid has struggled. Here's Hart. Layup and 1. Madison Square Garden happy about that. Josh Hart is feeling himself after that and one. A free throw. If Josh Hart can put in this free throw and convert the and one opportunity, we will have a tie ball game. With 8 minutes to go.
Josh Hart plays bigger than he is. He's 6'4", 215.
So this free throw will tie for the Knicks. But it doesn't happen. He missed it. Sixers still have got a 1-point lead. Josh Hart with 17.7 rebounds tonight. Oh, Embiid just threw it away. Joel Embiid. He's missing shots, and now he's turning the ball over. That was not a good pass to Tyrese Maxey. And now the Knicks can make him pay on the other side of the floor. Brunson can give the Knicks the lead. Brunson, the bump. Gives it to Hart. Hart drives out of the finish. Oh! Shot clock violation. Embiid blocked Mitchell Robinson at the rim as Robinson put the shot back up. I thought the Knicks were going to take the lead, but it didn't happen. It's a great contest by Embiid, and then he gets the block. If you can't show up offensively, he's still showing up defensively. Maxey can't finish. Thought there could have been a foul there. They didn't call it. Here's a steal. Sixers bound up the court. Maxey's got to hurry. He saves it. No, he doesn't. It's a loose ball. Knicks pick it up. What a sequence. And Anunoby drives and scores. Knicks have the lead. Sixers push it the other direction. And Anunoby is 12. Embiid. He's doubled. He flips it. It's another turnover. Deuce McBride. Layup. No. Yes, he scores it. 3-point lead. Knicks crowd is going crazy. Timeout, Nick Nurse. Timeout, Philadelphia.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
This game is exhausted, man. I don't know what to say. It's just NBA playoff basketball. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. By the way, that was, I believe... Oh, no, that was Deuce McBride who made a shot, not Josh Hart. Josh Hart is averaging about 17 a game in those first 4 games. He has 17 tonight, I believe. Yeah, well, the defense has been really good for the Knicks. Let me read you off some defensive stats from the first 4 games. They've had an average of 4 steals and about 7 blocks. We'll round up 7 blocks for the Knicks in the first 4 games before this. As far as the 76ers, they've had 5.5 steals and 6.5 blocks. And the turnover differential has been about the same. Knicks have 10.3. Sixers have got 10.5. So the defensive stats have been pretty interesting.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. Fly with me, let's fly.
See, Home Quote Explorer lets you easily compare home insurance options so you can get what you need without overpaying.
Yeah, we spent a lot on this kitchen.
Oh yeah, really high-end stuff.
Sorry, those are ghosts.
Yeah, okay.
It's more annoying than anything.
Too bad there's mold behind the backsplash. Yep, there's mold.
Well then, let's see if we can save you some.
Yeah, it's weird to think. As slow as this game started, like nobody could make a shot. I don't remember exactly what the shooting numbers were to start this game, but they were not good. It was Knicks weren't shooting the ball well. The Knicks were shooting the ball horribly. Sixers were not shooting the ball well. But when I tell you, the Knicks have really picked it up, and the Sixers too, Sixers have made shots. Embiid has not made shots, not like we thought he would. Sixers have made shots. Knicks have made shots, and they've been able to kind of turn around this game and turn it into what was just a very boring game. It was just miss after miss after miss into an exciting one. Any playoff basketball, if it's a close game, it's exciting. So we're gonna be in for a pretty good ending. I'm excited to say. But I'm loving this back and forth basketball. We've seen some we've seen some back and forth, some I don't want to say fighting, but in playoff basketball, people get in each other's faces. Feuds start in the playoffs. This is how it goes. Yeah, they're showing all the turnovers right now. Knicks are hitting steals. And the Knicks' points off turnovers have been higher than the Sixers this game. It is an 8-0 run in the last 2:20 for the Knicks. And they lead it by 3 points. Maxey gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line for a chance to make it a 1-point game with 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Looks like Anunoby may have slapped him on the wrist. That might have been a little bit of a flop, if I do say so myself. Maxey's got 29. 12 for 22. But he missed the free throw. Tyrese Maxey missed them both. So it stays a 3-point game. I would love to see a game winner just so I can call a game winner on this live podcast. That would be amazing. That would be so fun to me. I just hope it ends in a really close game. And Anunoby, he put it in the mid-range. Knicks lead it by 5. It's a 10-0 run in the past 3 minutes for the New York Knicks. Sixers in a drought. 0 points in the past 3.5 minutes. See what they do to respond. There's only 2 on the shot clock. Tough shot! Tough shot by Tobias Harris, but he puts in the tough mid-range. Tobias Harris, he's got 17. 7 for 11 from the field today. They counted that. Jalen Brunson scooped to the hoop with a foul. I didn't react at first because I thought that was on the floor. But they counted the basket. I don't know how much I agree with that, but they counted the basket. Brunson's got 24. He's 50% from the field. 10 for 20. I'm actually pretty surprised they called a foul on that. I did not think there was a foul. But hey, I don't ref NBA games, so what do I know? This free throw will make it a 6-point lead for the Knicks if he can put it in. And he does. 6-point lead, 5:03 to go. Sixers down 6. They need a basket bad to get back in the game. But Tyrese Maxey loses the ball. It's up court, but he throws it away. Oh no, that is 2 turnovers in a row. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Grant Hill just talked about opportunities that they just missed out on. Could have been a timeout. Excuse me, an 8-point lead and a timeout. Maxey, huge shot. Tyrese Maxey just hits a big time three. Splashdown. 32 for Tyrese Maxey. 13 for 23. Tyrese Maxey averages 29 this series for the first 4 games. That's above his average. Jalen Brunson scores the layup. It's back up to 5. He's so good at getting to the paint and getting to his spots and putting in the baskets. 27 for Brunson. 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Looks like there was a deflection by Mitchell Robinson. It will stay Sixers ball.
87-82 Knicks. We are under 4 minutes to go.
Embiid. He lost it again. No, he didn't. Maxey got it. He almost lost it again. Oh! Good pass by Tyrese Maxey. Kelly Oubre Jr. gets the dunk. They call a foul on Harris. I believe it was on OG. It was OG Anunoby will shoot.
Mitchell Robinson, but it ends up in Maxey's hands. He attacks the closeout and passes and finishes there. So the young legs of Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Brunson doing big things in the guard. That is a 14 foul.
Okay. We have a timeout here. It is a 3-point game. We're going to be in for a nice finish.
Playoffs, the best time of the year, and everyone is going next level. Every amazing assist,
There's nothing quite like playoff basketball.
every jaw-dropping play, every second of every game is getting everyone into playoff mode. Because it's a thing, and you don't want to miss it. Pacers Bucks next on TNT.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this. We need a clutch hit. There. Derek Jeter.
I'm interested to see who's going to come on top of this one.
Yep, even
It's
easier.
very
With
interesting.
No fees or minimums and no overdraft fees. Is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your world?
Okay, here we go. We're back. Game is back. 3:34 to go. 84-87. Knicks lead it by 3.
With that series tied at 2, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Yeah, at times this has felt like a football game just a tough and the Giants is here. This series has been very physical, and there's been drama. Well, maybe we all more. Anything you put out there, some comedy too. There was some comedy. Okay, with Leon. And sometimes it feels like a tennis match.
Oh, man, I like that. I ain't even going to
That just seems unfixed. 87-84 Knicks.
Jalen Brunson. That's a tough shot. No good. Sixers battle for the rebound, and they get it. 3:12 to go. Spittoon for the tie. No. Embiid the rebound. Embiid, he puts it in. Joel Embiid. It's a 1-point game. Only 15 points for Embiid. 6 for 17 from the field tonight. But he does have 14 rebounds. Oh, here we go. Knicks crowd is on their feet. That's when you know we're in for a good one. If the Knicks win it, the series is over. But OG Anunoby just threw it out of bounds. Tim Thibodeau is not like what he sees. Here's Embiid. Has a chance to take the lead. Shot. Doesn't drop. Tip. Batum, no. Oh my goodness. I thought the Sixers were about to claim the lead, but they didn't. 2 minutes to go. It's a 1-point game. Brunson is fouled. But yeah, he's right. Batum had an easy tip in. Couldn't get it. I cannot believe. Okay, so it looks like Knicks are in the bonus, so they'll shoot. I cannot believe Sixers didn't just take the lead there. That's not good. Brunson's got 27. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First one is good, and it's now a 2-point lead for the Knicks with 2 minutes left. Brunson hits them both. 2 minutes to go. It's Embiid. Backs down Robinson. Embiid. He lost it again. It's another turnover. OG and Anunoby throws it down. It's a 5-point game. Timeout Sixers. Another turnover by Embiid. Oh no, my bad. No timeout by the Sixers. I thought Tyrese Maxey scores, and what it looked like to me, the Sixers called a timeout. They did not. Nick Nurse let him play. But the story of this game is the Knicks defense. But Tyrese Maxey with a huge response. He drives all the way down the court and gets the and one, and a much needed and one, but he can't get the free throw. Oh no, clutch missed free throws by the Knicks, by the Sixers. That was a clutch basket still. It's now a 1-possession game. 1:15 to go. 89-91. Brunson puts it in. Jalen Brunson. And the lead is 5 for the Knicks. 1 minute left to play. Philly trying to keep their championship hopes alive. It's stolen again by OG. Fast break dunk. OG Anunoby. And the Knicks get another steal, and the Sixers turn it over yet again. That basket won't count, by the way, because there was a foul on the floor. But it's still a nice dunk from OG. Sixers in the clutch. Keep turning it over. They weren't making shots. They kept turning it over. They kept missing free throws. And because of that, the New York Knicks are 59.9 seconds away, 1 minute away from ending their season. Yep, Grant Hill talking about these last 2 minutes. The game was lost for the Sixers, but it's not over. The Sixers score quickly. There's only 50 seconds, or 52 seconds to go, and that is a tough layup by Kelly Oubre Jr. It's now a 4-point game with 50.8 seconds left. Tough finish from him. Sixers got to play some defense, though, see if they can get the ball back. They got to get a stop. Brunson. There's only about 32 seconds left. 5 to shoot. It's McBride. He got it. Deuce McBride hits a huge shot on the assist from Jalen Brunson. 28.9 seconds to go. We have a 6-point game. Oh my goodness. Out of everything that has happened this game, the Knicks have made timely shots, and most importantly, the Knicks have had timely defensive possessions. They've gotten steals, and the Sixers are too turnover prone. If the Sixers look back on this game, they're going to look at those turnovers and say, man, that's where it all went wrong for us. But I'll give credit to the Knicks. They've hit tough shots when it mattered, And that's why they are most likely, unless the Sixers get some miracle comeback, which I don't think is going to happen, the Knicks are most likely going to walk out of here with a win. Unless, some crazy shenanigans happen. Say Sixers hit a 3, then they get a stop or something, and, get a steal, hit another 3. Something crazy like that, but otherwise, the Knicks are going to win it in 5. I shouldn't be surprised because the Knicks are a great team, but I thought the Sixers would put up more of a fight at the end, but I guess not. But still, Sixers have the ball, 28.9 to go. If they can close this out, if New York can close this out, this arena will be jumping. They give it to Maxey. Maxey, 25 seconds left. It's a 3 and it's good! Tyrese Maxey puts in a huge 3. Mitchell Robinson can't believe it. And neither can I. Tyrese Maxey. Well, Mitchell Robinson leaned in a little bit. He can't believe it was a foul. But Tyrese Maxey puts in a huge shot. Yeah, and they're counting this as a 3. So a free throw made will make this a 2-point game. That's really close, but here we are. Huge free throw from Tyrese Maxey. It is up and good. 25 seconds to go. 2-point game. Sixers need to get a steal, and they need to quit, or they need to foul. It's McBride. McBride flips it to Anunoby. Anunoby. They foul Josh Hart. 15.3 seconds. Shot clock is turned off. There is no more shot clock in this game. Josh Hart, they just said he's a 79% free throw shooter. If Josh Hart can nail these, it would be monumental for the Knicks. The first one is up, and he missed it! Josh Hart misses a huge free throw. The Sixers have a chance, but they need to secure a defensive rebound. Josh Hart, 17 points tonight. Josh Hart, this free throw to make it a 3-point game. And it goes down and through. 14 seconds to go. One more chance for the Sixers. Here's Maxey. A deep 3 for the logo. Hits it. Hits it. Tyrese Maxey. Huge shot. Brunson. 3 seconds. Brunson for the win. It's blocked by Embiid. And that's it. We're going to overtime in New York. Tyrese Maxey from the logo. Oh my goodness. What a shot from Tyrese Maxey. Unbelievable. From the logo, and he hits it. Silences the crowd at MSG. The Knicks thought they had it, and we will go to overtime on this podcast. I cannot believe this. I thought the Knicks had it. I thought the Knicks had it. Oh my God, I think I just lost my breath. That was a crazy finish. Tyrese Maxey pulls it from the logo. Okay, I gotta catch my breath for a second. Oh. Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey. Sixers were down by 6, and Tyrese Maxey hits an and 1-3. He gets Mitchell Robinson in the air. He hits the shot. And then he hits the free throw. Josh Hart misses the free throw, makes the second. Tyrese Maxey makes the 3 from the logo, hits it. And then Jalen Brunson tries for the win, but it gets blocked by Embiid. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. That is just phenomenal. That's insane. That's one of the craziest shots. Oh my gosh. Whew. I gotta catch my breath, man. I was not expecting that at all. Not at all. Whew. We're really going to overtime in this game. Unbelievable. I don't even know what to say on this podcast. I don't think I can do overtime. Nah, I'm joking. I'm going to do overtime. I don't know if I can handle overtime for how much energy I put into that last part. Whew. Okay, here we go. Overtime is about to start. 97-97. Just unbelievable shot from Tyrese Maxey. Okay, here we go. I gotta relax here in overtime because I took out all my energy in that end. Here's overtime. Here we go. Sixers control the tip. Sixers this season 1-2 record. Knicks 1-1. 5 minutes is the overtime period. Maxey, that three won't go. Tell you what a game from Tyrese Maxey, man. Just a phenomenal game. Brunson, three for the lead. He's got it. Jalen Brunson from downtown gives the Knicks the lead. I feel like we really sucked for the Knicks, though. They lost this game. Maxey puts up a shot. No good. It'll be Knicks ball. That was a big three by Brunson. Brunson puts it over Embiid and puts it in. It's a 5-point lead. Very quick timeout by the Sixers. Let me check this stat sheet. I'm pretty sure I've read every single stat on this paper. We talked about Maxey. I don't think we talked a lot about Kyle Lowry. He didn't do much. Lowry averaged 10.5 points, 4 assists, and a steal, and 42.3% from the field in those 4 games. We talked about the shooting percentages from both teams. We talked about the top performers, Tyrese Maxey included. I think we really talked about everything on this stat sheet. Oh, I'm still trying to catch my breath, man. I am still trying to catch my breath from that outrageous deep logo three from Tyrese Maxey for the tie. It's probably the most energy I've ever put into a call ever. Woo! Losing my voice, I can feel it. What? Oh shoot! Okay, we're good. It changed the channel. It changed the channel, so I didn't know. Okay, we good. Okay, Tyrese Maxey just got fouled, and he was complaining because he thought he got fouled, I think. 5-point lead for the Knicks. It's Maxey. Maxey, his three is good. Tyrese Maxey, it's a 2-point game. 44 for Tyrese Maxey, 7 threes. What a game. Brunson, step back three. No. Here's Maxey. We'll see. He's got Brunson on his back. Maxey to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Back to Embiid. Fakes Embiid. To Oubre. Layup. No. Tipped Embiid. He got fouled. Joel Embiid got fouled. What a sequence that was.
To rewrite history.
There is a timeout, or I believe it's either a timeout or let me go back real quick. Okay, yes, there is a timeout. There is a timeout on the floor. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this. This is a great game. Fantastic game. Just can't wait to see the ending. I got really scared because I watched this whole thing and the Bucks-Pacers game is just now starting. So it changed the channel. So I had to switch back to a different channel to get the Knicks game back. This has just been an insane game. We talked about so much about Embiid, we forgot about Maxey. Tyrese Maxey. Okay, hold on, let's see this real quick. Okay, no, there was a challenge. They called a foul on that. Somehow, I don't know. Tyrese Maxey has averaged 29 points per game before in this series prior to this game. But Embiid missed the first free throw. Joel Embiid, 9 turnovers, 15 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. It says it has 10 assists. But 9 turnovers. It's not really going to cut it. However, he did make the free throw, so it's a 1-point game with 3 minutes to go in overtime. Here's Brunson. It's the switch on Tobias Harris. Brunson, it's a 3. No. Rebound, Batum. Here is Maxey. Down by 1, he lost the ball. Here's Brunson. It's a hard layup. No, tipped. Rebound, Sixers. Fast break. Oubre, jam it home. Sixers lead by 1. 12 points for Kelly Oubre in this game. This is Brunson. He drives it, but he lost it. Embiid's got it. Now here's Maxey. A chance to take the lead, down by 1. Maxey drives, missed, rebound. Embiid fouled and 1. Joel Embiid gives the Sixers a 3-point lead. But Tyrese Maxey is down. Wow.
Certainly concern on the Philadelphia 76ers bench. A little bit of contact there, but fell on that hip. Maybe even that elbow. I couldn't tell from that angle. Yeah, he's limping. But he got a lot of
That's not a good sign if you're Sixers fan, but he's got to keep going, or maybe not. Oh, yeah, he's limping. Said 44 for them tonight. This free throw to put him up by 4, and he got it. Joel Embiid puts it in. 4-point deficit for the Knicks. Brunson blocked by Embiid. This has just been a crazy game, man. I've not said it like a million times the past 10 minutes, but it's a 9-0 run to the Sixers. Now it's another foul. It's on Batum. Doesn't look like Nick Nurse is too happy.
It is a 9-0 run for the Sixers.
As Brunson, he drives on Embiid and he's fouled. I don't know why Embiid's complaining. He leads. Oh, Brunson took a shot to the face. Oh, yeah. What are you talking about? Why? Embiid put his hands up like he didn't just slap the guy in the face. Like, oh, yeah. What did I do? He slapped the dude in the face. Okay, they're gonna go into review for a possible hostile act. Yeah, they're saying it could be elevated or upgraded to a maybe hostile act or a flagrant. Because he slapped him right in the face.
But a big play here. Big play, big call. I love that the Knicks got the ball in Brunson's hands. Far too many possessions. They didn't have him taking the shot. And he didn't settle. He attacked, got down.
Yeah, they're talking about Brunson attack there. And he...
Due to the unnecessary of the shooter. Yeah, they flagrant foul, penalty one.
They said it was a flagrant one on Embiid for hitting him in the face.
It's a smart fan base here in New York. They know their basketball. They know they're officiating too. But like I said, he attacked. He didn't settle. I thought he settled for a couple of threes that were contested a few minutes.
As Irish Max, I can't believe it.
Disbelief, but Brunson, when he's downhill, putting pressure against Embiid, so hard to stop.
So here we go. 1:22 to go in overtime. Brunson will take his free throws. That one's good.
37 for Jalen Brunson. Knicks will have possession after this second free throw. Brunson has played.
This is his second free throw. The Knicks will obviously get possession because of the flagrant.
Anunoby has played 49 minutes.
And it runs out. So still a 3.6er lead. Knicks will get possession though.
The Knicks a two-possession game.
Does that count as the announcement, James? We talked about his minutes.
Oh, no. All the free throw he misses. No,
Okay, that wasn't
that's
sure.
a separate category. Okay. 1:22 to go in overtime. The Knicks are down by 3. Times 3. Hartenstein.
Brunson, a three is good. Jalen Brunson ties the game. 1:12 to go. 40 for Jalen Brunson. It's to Oubre. Oh, he lost it. But he scored. Just as we were tied at 106, Oubre scored. There's only 1 minute to go in this game. What are the Knicks going to do? They're going to go to Brunson. Brunson, he's on Oubre. Brunson for the tie. Floater, no. Oh. Hartenstein couldn't control it. It's Sixer ball. Wow, it was. Oh, so Josh Hart tried to save it, but he couldn't. So here we go. Spittoon. 32 seconds to go. 12 on the shot clock. It is almost stolen. Knicks ball. It is another turnover by the Sixers. It's another turnover. Here we go. 25 seconds to go. A chance to tie or take the lead for the Knicks. Here's Brunson at three. No, he threw it away. He threw it away. Jalen Brunson faked the shot. Got it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein was not ready for it. Oh no, that was a poor communication. Oh my gosh.
It is, and it's going to be Tobias Harris on the receiving end. So the Knicks turn it over when Brunson went up, thinking it was going to be a three-point attempt for the lead. Instead, was forced to
Instead, Tobias Harris will shoot 2 free throws. Tobias Harris, he hits the first. It's a 3-point game. This is similar. If he makes this, it'll be kind of similar to the same scenario we had, but other way around. In 4 overtime, it was the Sixers who were in this position. Second free throw is good. 4-point game, timeout, Knicks. Whew. Yeah, this was a really bad mistake. Hartenstein just wasn't ready for it. Brunson can't believe what he did.
Brunson had to try to pass the ball. If not, the shot would have been blocked. And you can't necessarily blame Hartenstein. What he's doing, he's attacking, getting on the glass where he's been so effective. Just an unfortunate sequence there for the Knicks. But how about Philadelphia here? Came out at the beginning of this overtime. Got down a little bit.
15.8 seconds left in overtime. Sixers up 110 to 106. Knicks need to come back down 4, down 2 possessions.
what Hart could not do at the end of regulation, which is hit 2 free throws to change the entire strategy of this possession. The Knicks were up
I'm out of breath. This game has been so crazy.
forces overtime as the Knicks had their shot blocked at the end of regulation. And now it's Philadelphia up 4 with New York.
Looks like the end of the third quarter for Cavs and Magic. Cavs up 75 to 70.
You want to get a quick basket and then set up your defensive pressure full court. You don't
Pacers up 16 to 14 in Indiana, or excuse me, in Milwaukee for Game 5.
know we've been here before. Philadelphia has struggled in these late game situations in this series.
Well, you think that
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier too, about them struggling. It's inbound to Anunoby, not a Brunson. Brunson drives. Brunson puts it up. No good. Rebound. Embiid, no, he lost it. Yes, he has it. Nick Nurse timeout. 8.2 seconds. The Sixers get a much-needed stop.
he gets it. So Sixers have possession, 8.2 to go.
Wow, what a stop by the Sixers. They needed that. They could not afford to let Brunson get a basket and make it a one-possession game.
hands if you're Tom Thibodeau. But how about Joel Embiid? I mean, 48 minutes tonight hasn't played
Yeah, Brunson had scored. Would have been a one-possession game.
given everything he can. On that last play, he's diving on the floor, 7 feet, 200.
Yeah, that's good hustle by Embiid. He hasn't had a good day. He hasn't shot the ball well, and he's turned the ball over way too much. But he's
Made sure this time that the officials saw that.
19.7 for 19 from the field, 60 rebounds, 10 assists.
The 6th 76er with a playoff triple-double. 8 points.
It's not completely over, but probably so.
Fans could taste it. But somehow, this is where they now are with the Knicks.
Yeah, Iron Eagle is a 13-4 run by the Sixers. Iron Eagle's talking about how the Knicks fans could taste a series W, and then Tyrese Maxey happened. Tyrese Maxey made some shots, and Sixers are now doing well in overtime, and with only 8.2 seconds, if the Sixers can close this out, now I said the same thing about the Knicks, but if the Sixers can actually close this out, there will be a Game 6 in Philadelphia. I did not think I would be saying that, but it's inbounded to Maxey. Maxey, they don't foul, now they foul with 5.2 seconds left. And this building is gone. That building has gone silent in MSG.
He's still going strong.
Have you seen any drop-off from him?
Not at all. I mean, what he did in that fourth quarter,
What a game for Tyrese Maxey. Yep, they're popping up right there. 44 points, a playoff career high for him.
Tack on 2 more.
Puts in the first free throw, that's 45 points. One more, it'll be a 6-point lead.
With 5:22, and B will head to the bench. The night began with a chorus of boos from this Knicks crowd targeting Joel Embiid. It appears like it's going to end in a
Second free throw is good. 5.2 seconds to go. No timeouts for the Sixers. That should do it.
gut check here for the Philadelphia 76ers.
McBride, deep three, is off the mark, and that's it. There'll be a game 6 in Philadelphia.
Knicks could not shut the
The New York Knicks could not close this game, and the Sixers pull off a stunner. Tyrese Maxey. What a game. What a podcast, man. The Sixers, they stay alive. 112 to 106, the final. That's the end of this playoff podcast. They headed straight to the Bucks. They headed straight to the Bucks-Pacers game. That'll do it for me. I'm Bryce Hall. That'll do it for this live podcast. Thank y'all for listening. See you. Peace.